campers. Rise and shine. Well, it's a beautiful Macklin's morning, and we've got lots of Macklin's fun in store for you today. Breakfast will be served in half an hour.
Hello, campers. Welcome to this first episode of the show. A bit about the title. Hello, Campers refers to an 80s British comedy called Heidi High, starring Sue Pollard. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She is one of the most camp icons out there. She is very over the top. Singer. She's in pantos quite often around the holidays in the UK. And she's just fun all around. She has a very distinct look to her. So that's where the name for this podcast came from. And I've been curating camp clips I love on socials pretty much since socials became a thing, since, like Facebook in 2007. And it's kind of become something that I've always done. In 2020, Sylvia kind of took off. I decided that I was going to post a different clip every day, something that brought me joy, a musical performance, an interview. And it kind of took on a life of its own. And Sylvia really exploded when I was revisiting those episodes I remembered. And she kind of became a sensation online. And that actually led me into doing a documentary series on her, which I can't say much about. I know I've teased it over the last couple of years. The industry moves very slow, but I promise you it's coming. And I'll share a formal announcement as soon as I'm able to. I've been asked so many times over the last few years since Sylvia kind of took off, and I have been lucky enough to find this community of people on Instagram who love the same things and share their great comments every day. But I've been asked sometimes like, oh, you should actually share a little bit more about yourself on socials, or you should really start a podcast. And it took me about, over the last year, I've been thinking about it. What can I create that people would actually enjoy, that isn't just somebody talking about themselves, that is kind of a value add for you? And I was chatting with Julie Klossner, and she gave me the idea to run a show. She said, you should do a stage show where you watch some of your greatest clips, your favorite clips, with a guest and comment on them. Now, I find it hard to believe that people would buy tickets to come see me and a guest talk about this stuff. But it spurred the idea for this is the podcast. This is what it's going to be. So we're going to be looking at clips in every episode. Today, we have almost an hour of footage lined up. And Tranna and I are going to be commenting. We'll have some chat along the way. And yes, Tranna Wintour is my guest today. She's a good friend of mine. I've known her for about a decade. She's one of my favorite people to be around. Every time we're together, we usually go vinyl shopping together, and we watch a lot of the same. We love the same camp pop culture. One of the last times we were together, we watched Joan Collins in The Bitch and the Stud. Terrible films, but we got such a good laugh out of them. And that's the kind of stuff we do when we're together. And we always try to crack each other up. So I'm very excited that she's my first guest. She describes herself as a Quebec celebrity, which I find hilarious. But she's known across Canada. Last year, she was on the Traitors Canada. And a few years ago, she was on Quebec's Celebrity Big Brother. She's done Just for Laughs. She's a comedian. Sandra Bernhard commented after one of her first sets, "A Star is Born." I'll get Tranna to tell us more about that. But yeah, let's jump into the show. I'm going to completely restart things. We're going to kick this off right. And Tranna is going to be joining me in a few minutes. We're going to start recording our bit. And maybe to quote, to be a little bit fun, Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommy Dearest. Let's go. Please welcome to the show the amazing Tranna Wintour, who sadly was not named as the new editor of Vogue magazine.
Very sadly. I did put my hat in the ring and it didn't happen, but what can you do? I'm so happy to be here, Tegan. Thanks so much for having me.
I'm happy you're my first guest. I can't think of anybody better. I've been so nervous about just getting the format right and doing something people will like. And so I know we have really good banter, so it makes me much more comfortable doing this first show.
Yes, and honestly, congratulations on starting the podcast. I think it's the logical progression from everything you've been doing and building online. This was inevitable, and I'm so happy that you're doing it.
Thank you. And it was all thanks to Julie Klossner. I didn't know what the format would look like, and Julie gave me this idea, and now we're doing it. Okay, so the big star of this show is mostly the clips. And we're going to be sharing. We have like 45 minutes of clips to share with people. It's a lot. We're going to add our commentary. We're going to do a little bit of chit chat throughout. These first clips are clips that you didn't know were added to the show. The other clips, I gave you some heads up as to
Yes.
what we were going to look at, and you sent me some of your favorites. But these first two, you have no idea about. So
Well, I love a good surprise.
okay, so let's dive into this. The first one, I was going to just start the video, but I think we need to stop on the image, the still image that is in front of us right
I
now.
mean, it's so incredible. Even if you don't know who the person, I mean, you know who it is. I mean, how could you not? I mean, I could believe that anyone would believe this is the real Barbra Streisand caught in a
Yes.
vulnerable moment.
Yes. And this is Halstead, who is a genius at Barbra Streisand. Like, it is so accurate.
It's so accurate. It's honestly spooky.
Yeah.
Because he has her down to a T, like he has studied her. Even just in this still image, the physicality of Barbara is so, like, it's just so real.
Yes. I love the pads. Okay, let's dive right into this.
Just that groan, honestly, says everything.
Got a lot of things to plan, a lot of things to do.
Honestly, this is how I start every day. This is very relatable. Yes.
Like in higher ground, you know?
Her spiritual album.
I
He
mean,
really captures the grotesquerie of Barbara that we don't
what is
really get
life
to see
about?
too often.
you know, if you don't take a moment, got spiritual, think about the things that are real. The truth.
The truth.
And this
Barbara always goes on about her love of the truth.
Yes, she did a video not too long ago where she was going to like UCLA for something, and she got on like a bus, or I think it was like an RV, and she's like
Yeah.
eating some sliced turkey, and she's going on about the truth, and it was just so accurate to Halstead.
But the irony is that I've read all 1,000 pages of her memoir, and it's not that truthful because
No.
she blames everyone for everything whenever anything's gone wrong. Like, there's no accountability, there's very little self-awareness.
Yeah. And before we go back to the clip, I also love that she's like, I don't read reviews, but here's an obscure review from 1967 that
exactly.
said my dress was great.
Exactly. But that's what I love about the Halstead impersonation is that I think he really captures the contrast between her wanting to present herself a certain way, but then the reality of her kind of moroseness.
Yeah. There's a little bit of it that's kind of Valerie Cherish-ish.
A little, yeah,
Yeah.
there is for sure.
Okay, let's go back to this. It gets better.
And I'm looking for a lot of money. I mean, the truth, if done properly, can really bring in the cash. You know what I mean? I mean, not that it's the only reason I'm doing it. People are really interested in, you know, coming to the concert.
The hands.
Oh,
And the
oh. I'm so gassy. I can't believe this. Renata, are there any matches?
Renata, her longtime suffering assistant.
I gotta watch the gas, you know? So I'm not gonna get up and open a window. That's way too much. I mean, that's something the help does, you know? You gotta draw the line. Then we'll go on.
It's just so accurate.
Yeah.
Like, I believe this is exactly how Barbara
Oh,
is at home.
100%.
That last fart was really loose. What she's been doing to me while I'm asleep. Oh my God. I must have my online auctions coming due. Oh God, what are you doing on the floor?
Rose.
Look at that.
The white roses, which are behind me for a reason.
Yes, an homage.
We got the pens for the keyboard.
Nobody wants my Zelda jacket. The khaki bodysuit finally won, huh? 11 hours to go. It's always the 11th hour, you know? The 11th hour where the hero comes in.
Do you know what this was filmed for?
I think it was for some sort of like public access show that Halstead had in LA. That's what I've heard. Because there's like a lot of these clips.
Yeah.
They're nuts. And then at one point, Halstead was working with the folks at World of Wonder, early 2000s. There's footage from that too. So there you go.
Like it's always like the greats like Halstead that don't really get acknowledgement. Like this is truly, and anyone watching this can see, and anyone who knows Barbara, this is the best by far. Every nuance, vocally, verbally, physically, every little nuance.
Yeah. And then there's great clips that are like in the recording studio that Halstead would joke like her never to be released children's album. Those clips will be in a future episode. Up next, this is how do we describe her? The title of the VHS is Bad Girls of the Bible. And she did this like long VHS series, thinks she's a stand-up comic, thinks she's funny. I cut together some of her greatest shits from one of the VHS tapes. So here we go. Let's take a look at that.
Liz Curtis Higgs here, inviting you to spend the next hour with us laughing and learning about those bad girls of the Bible. Get ready for women who were bad to the bone, bad for a moment, and bad for a season, but not forever. We'll begin at the beginning in the garden.
And I am convinced it was not an apple or a pomegranate hanging on that tree. No, baby, it was Godiva chocolate. I guarantee. Boy, was that one juicy apple. The first words out of this woman's mouth. Come to bed with me. I left my heart in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Look how many people are there. It's a full house.
Just walking down the street saying it. Well, this is my life partner. This is my significant other. Well, the Bible would say, fornicator. You know, I'll be completely honest, I'm practically at a fetish level with babies' feet. 1970, I turned 16. I got a license to drive, and a lot of us got a license to sin. By the time 1980 rolled around a decade later, it was Coke, and it was Southern Comfort, and it was a different man every night. Well,
oh, shit. I want to hear more about that.
Oh, she goes into like great detail in other specials.
Was she like an addict, like a sex addict and a substance abuse?
I don't know. I don't think she was actually that bad. She also talks about how she worked with Howard Stern, and Howard Stern was like, you got to get your life together.
And what's her name again?
Liz Curtis Higgs.
Okay. And do you know if she's still alive? Like where
she is? Yeah, she's still speaking at some church in the South. But yeah, she did this series of VHS tapes, and she would go around the country and give these same lectures and do the same jokes. But yeah, much like the next person we're going to look at.
I'm scared.
Who is kind of like a comedian in an unconventional way. And of course, I'm talking about Sylvia Browne, our favorite
the
chain-smoking psychic bulldog.
Patron saint of the podcast.
Yes. I'm so happy that people have rediscovered her and that she's kind of become, she's getting her flowers as a camp gay icon.
You did that. You brought her back. You started posting those clips. Now Sylvia is everywhere. But I don't know if she really deserves flowers. because she's truly, I believe, the most heinous woman that's ever lived.
Yeah, well, what I remembered from her, I remembered watching the annual prediction shows on Montel. She had those long nails and
Yeah.
her bob, and she was sitting
Well,
in
I
that
remember
chair.
seeing her books in bookstores as a kid, like as if she was legitimate, and but she was at the time. Like people
Yeah,
took her so seriously, which is just unbelievable to me.
yeah, which is what makes this footage so funny because it's
Yes.
so dark and her delivery is so cold, but
Yeah.
there's something so lovable about her at the same time.
Well, I mean, yeah, and the way that all classic curmudgeons are, like there is something captivating about her in a
Yes.
very weird way.
Yeah. So, I asked you to choose like one of your favorite Sylvia clips, and this is one that you chose,
Okay,
and we'll
I
watch
don't
it
even
now.
remember
Came into
which
the
one I
world with her
chose.
twin sister and was by her side when she tragically died. Take a look at this.
Oh yeah,
You
I
want to
remember
ask
now.
Sylvia a question. Who was it?
You know, one thing I do want to say to you that I really appreciate the fact is you really released her by telling her to go through the door. You know that, don't you?
It didn't come out.
You know, the same thing as going through the tunnel, go through the door, go across the bridge. You really, really released her.
Okay. That was
She bled to death.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
Look at that, and the remaining look on her face. She's
that
like,
I need to be checked for, or can it
No,
happen
honey,
to me?
this
It's
was
not-
this was an accident. No.
the autopsy would not have shown that.
Blood, strangely enough, because I work with a lot of coroners, I know that sounds gruesome, but blood, like a stroke in the head or anything, dissipates really fast. It absorbs very fast.
she's so
I don't
gross.
know, sometimes coroners won't. I hate to say this, but I don't want to say they're in cahoots with the doctors, but a lot of times they just don't give you the full story. I've found that more times than not.
The
Yeah,
big coroner industry.
the doctors won't give you the full information, but Sylvia will. Like the way that Sylvia tries to discredit any sort of scientific evidence, like when that woman just brought up the autopsy, that
Yeah.
sort of clearly puts a hole in Sylvia's story. But the way that Sylvia is able to like come back around, discredit the idea of like blood analysis, like Sylvia is I will give her this, she is the best improviser ever of all time.
Oh my God. 100%.
No one can come up with something on the spot as quickly as Sylvia, no matter how insane it is. Like, you cannot catch this woman off guard. She will come right back at you with something insane.
Yeah, and when she was doing actual readings for people, you could book them. And I think it was like $750 American for a 30-minute reading. And you know the way she like plows through things and keeps it moving, and
Yes.
then she tells a story. It's like she's able to catch the person asking the questions off guard,
Yeah,
and they
'cause
don't know how to respond.
she's a
And
scam artist.
yeah,
Like, that's what she is. She's a hustler, as
yeah,
Judge Judy would probably call her. You know, I can
yeah.
literally imagine a conversation between Judge Judy and Sylvia Browne.
That would be incredible. But I've always wondered if, and this is something that'll be covered in the documentary that's being worked on, did she actually believe every single thing that came into her head? Like the
I
first
don't think
thought.
so at all. I don't think so because I think what I've seen with other psychics who, are probably very much scam artists in their own way. Usually the approach, though, is that they will sort of take the time to act like they're receiving information from the beyond, or they will try to connect through empathy and feeling, you know? But Sylvia's just like, again, whatever comes right out of her mouth is like, that's it. And she doesn't even pretend to make an effort. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I know she doesn't believe anything she's saying, is that
Okay.
like she doesn't even take the time to act like she cares. It's almost like these people, even in the clip that we just watched, it's almost like the people coming to her are like an inconvenience, you know, like they're bothering her.
Yes. And yeah, she's just, I think what also makes it so interesting is that she was taken so seriously. Like people believed every word that came out of her
I
mouth.
know.
And you look at it now and you're just like, oh my gosh, how did she get away with this? Like the next one we're going to watch is she's giving some predictions about 2007.
Okay.
So let's see what she was
Let's
predicting.
get back to some more predictions here, because let's talk a little bit about the political world here. Everybody's talking and all the pontificators running their mouth.
That laugh.
We have like a lame duck year. We're getting ready for the year before the elections.
That's right.
What's going on? What political changes do you see?
Well, I think, like I said, I think Bush is going to bring the troops home. I really do.
Troops will come home, beginning to miss that their war in Iraq.
You're right.
You
That didn't
said something
happen.
I thought was interesting, that a lot more states are going to
approve gay marriages.
By the way, that's one of the things that I remember most about her as a kid, was that she was so outspoken about gay marriage and gay rights. She was a huge ally, and she always talked about how a lot of her staff were gay. Anyway, that's one of the moments.
Look at her. Who else is going to work with her? You know, like demon twinks just like flock to Sylvia's dark, brooding, smoky energy.
Said there's going to be an investigation of FEMA.
FEMA, that there's been money taken.
Oh, really? People can go to jail?
Oh, yeah. And then we are going to see parts of bombs come in. And see, I'm so worried about the ports.
The chewing on the glasses.
Trucks. And I've said that, I think, every time I've been on.
And now, how about we're looking at all the signs of it right now? Are we getting ready to have one of those pre-election slowdowns when it comes to, the economy?
No, I think we are going to have a little bit, but by mid-year it recoups, and then you're really going to see it really come up.
What's the best investment for the next
property?
Okay, 2007.
Right before the big crash.
Yeah. Worst time in history to buy property.
Also, I love that she's an expert in everything from blood splatter analysis to the stock market. Like, to even, I mean, we haven't seen it in these clips, but you've posted many clips of her giving medical advice. Like, it's just crazy how she goes into all of these areas as if she's an expert, but she knows nothing.
And she can be very specific sometimes, which is so nuts to me.
Yeah.
Okay, this next clip, she talks about psychic children. And then there's a line in here that when I first posted the clip, really caught everybody's attention. So let's watch this one.
Okay.
Is it possible for a 3-year-old to speak to the dead? I want to take a look at this.
Oh, God, yes.
Please welcome Nancy to the show. Nancy, what did you want to ask Sylvia?
First of all,
before you say anything, I'm writing a book about psychic children. And between the ages, exactly what you were saying, between the ages of 3 and 4 is when you can really get the information out of them. Yes, he does talk to him. I mean, they have regular conversations. It's not just hi.
Okay. No one was ever caught. And, my brother-in-law got in a fight, and my husband was already in the car getting ready to come home.
Yeah, but this was also gang-related, too. We have so many of these gangs.
So, but was my husband destined to die this way? Because I was 8 months pregnant, and so he didn't have more future.
It's like her sitting next to you. Look at the accident she came in. He said, well, it's our time to go, but he didn't even know what hit him.
Okay, I just have to stop after that line. He didn't know what hit him.
She is so cruel, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, this is the part of it that I do find sometimes, like, actually not hard to watch, but it's just, I cannot believe her callousness sometimes.
Yeah, it's shocking. I mean, I feel like we can laugh at it now because it's been like over 20 years. And
But
you're
this
just like,
poor woman this is the biggest tragedy of her life.
yeah, and people reach out to me who were in the audience or who were in these clips.
Wow.
And some of them, it was horrible for them. Other people can laugh at it.
Right.
But for some people, it was deeply traumatizing.
Well, there's a difference when you approach Sylvia for financial advice versus like, I need to know about my loved one who died in this extremely tragic way.
Yeah.
And then she is so callous. And again, and she's also feeding you a fucking lie about how they died. Like, Sylvia obviously does not know. And look at the way that she always has her like finger in her mouth, Sylvia.
It'll be in the ear.
Yeah,
she's picking her teeth.
She's so gross.
And always sitting in that chair like she's on the can.
Yeah.
It's It's just, I also love, she does this in a lot of the readings. She brings it back to, it's in my book. Or she'll do like, it's just like this lady over here.
Yeah.
Or she'll be talking to somebody and she's like, oh yeah, you know, in Atlantis they had, like, she just spews things out. Okay, let's continue watching.
Here, she's another good example. She didn't know what happened to her. Let's say she would have died in that accident, God forbid. That's what happens on the other side. They don't know what happened. She said, I mean, he didn't know what happened.
But you said gang related. That doesn't necessarily mean her husband.
Oh, no. This was not a gang. You can drive down the street in certain parts of the country, even in California, with the wrong color on, and you're going to get it.
Does he have a message for it? Because I was 8 months pregnant and our 3-year-old. And my son's always saying his dad's mad.
No, he's not mad. I think your son's interpreting the fact that maybe he feels like, except they don't have feelings like they've lost out. I think he just feels like that he gets concerned about his father liking what he's doing. You see what I mean? Or that if he's doing something bad, he thinks, hey, Daddy can never be mad at you. Daddy loves you.
He's always around us.
Yes, always.
Does he have anything to say, like any message?
Well, that he loves you and that he's really around your son right at bedtime.
Polly or the baby?
Baby.
Oh, because I have two.
Yeah.
Only the one.
Okay, thank you.
See, that's how quick she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't even take a second to think about an answer, but I think if she did, it would be fine. You know what I mean? Like if someone asks you a question like that, if you're a psychic, it actually makes more sense to take time to answer because it looks like you're receiving information.
Yeah.
She doesn't even take a breath and she answers right away.
Well, we go into this more in the documentary, like the different types of readings people do. Hers is called a hot reading, and it's when you just kind of like throw stuff out in rapid fire.
Right.
It's so fascinating. Just the way all of this works in the history of psychics and all of that. I can't wait for people to like hear from experts and
but I
make
just
their own
find
conclusions.
But like in all the psychics that I've seen, and granted we're talking about the 90s, so they were probably all scam artists in their own way, but usually they ask for like an item or something, like a way of connecting to the other side. Or again, even just pretending to like go into some kind of trance or some kind of state that allows you to access the other side. She does none of it.
None of it. Yeah. Entertaining as hell.
Oh, she is a better stand-up than 90% of stand-up comedians that I've seen.
Oh my God. And there is an audiobook available. I think it's called, I posted it a while ago and I'll put it in my stories, but where it's a lecture and it's literally a stand-up show.
I know,
like
I think I listened to it with you, I think.
It's punchline after
it's like
punchline.
A stand-up special.
Yeah. It's incredible. And in that same vein, the last clip we're going to look at, I find this so interesting because she became a part of Hay House. And when I went when I went through my spiritual era, I was drawn to a lot of the authors of Hay House. Like,
but what is Hay House?
Well, it was founded by Louise Hay. And she wrote books like You Can Heal Your Life. And some of it was kind of nuts, like about how she healed her own cancer.
Okay.
But then there were people like Marianne Williamson and I think Eckhart Tolle and Dr. Wayne Dyer and like all of these really big spiritual authors.
Yeah.
Who are like, were very legitimized. And then you had Sylvia thrown into that mix. So this is, Hay House has a radio station, an online radio station, and they gave Sylvia a show. And she would give a little lecture, and then people would call in for most of the show, and she would give them readings on the show. So this is one of those. I have like 60 hours of this audio, and some of it is really dark and shocking. Ooh. Like where somebody's like, my doctor says I have cancer. And she's like, no, you don't. Just take some lecithin.
Well, that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
But also, how can you believe that? I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, it was a different, like, this is almost 20 years ago. And I actually don't remember the people that call into this clip. So this will kind of be
But I feel like people were smarter 20 years ago. I feel like people are so dumb now that I could, like people are have become so incapable of like critical thinking and rational thinking. Like we're really living in a, the age of idiocy. It's weird to me that in the late 90s, early 2000s, people would fall for this shit.
Yeah. Well, wait until you hear this. Like, this radio show is nuts. Let's dive in.
I just love and adore you.
Oh, bless your heart.
Everything that you're doing for Montel.
So deep.
And I want to know if I can hide in your suitcase. I'm only 5 feet and 100 pounds. I'm here
Yeah,
with
you could. You could. My suitcase weighs more than that when I go to Montel. Yeah.
Oh, good. I can hide in it. Just tell me when. I've had a really, really tough 2 years. I've had actually, I feel a tough life.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
It's been awful. I mean, 2 years ago, my son tried to commit suicide.
Wow.
We had him hospitalized. Thank goodness he's fine now, but I worry every day.
Sure you do, but he's fine now.
I hope he stays fine.
He will.
4 months ago, I got injured at work, and I'm a flight attendant. I started after my kids grew up, and it was quite bad. They misdiagnosed me for 9 months, and I ended up having rotary cuff surgery, and I'll be having neck surgery on my neck. But in the meantime, Workman's Comp decided to cut me off in December, so I'm fighting Workman's Comp. But the problem is all of this is now, I've lost my job. They considered me job abandonment. And now I just had to file for divorce because my husband, who's very controlling, has now...
Yeah, but honey, what's your question, sweetheart?
I guess my question is, I just filed for divorce. I don't know if I've done wrong or not.
No, you did the right thing. You weren't happy anyway.
Well, there was this little bird that was hopping back.
Now she's trying to rush her off.
Yeah,
I
just
was
cut her
commit
off.
suicide last week.
No, honey. No, you're not. Because then you have to just come back and do the whole damn thing over again.
But this little bird kept hopping back and forth for 4 days. When I get out of bed, I stayed in bed for 4 days. On the 5th day anyways, this bird kept going back and forth, and I would talk to it. And all of a sudden, on the 5th day, I got out of bed, and I felt like I was stronger.
Yes, and you will get stronger, honey.
I've not seen the bird since. Who was the bird?
The bird was sent to you by a woman who's passed over. Okay, we're going to have to go, honey. It was an older woman who's passed over that was part of your family.
Is there a name?
Mary. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
She sounds so agitated.
All right. Call me at 1-888-779-5.
Honestly, I used to work in a call center in customer service for a bank, and that conversation reminds me of many conversations that I've had where people just tell you their whole life story, and you're like, okay, what's the question?
Yeah. There's 60 hours of this audio, and I've had to listen to a bunch of it. And a lot of the time, she always does that more than one question. You can't ask more than one question.
No.
Only one question. Cutting people off. You could tell she's agitated at the end. She's like, Mary.
But this is what I mean when, I say that these people are a burden to her, which is so ironic because she's inviting people to call her. And even in her business, she's inviting people to spend $750 on 30 minutes with her. And then you do, and it's like she is annoyed. You're boring her. And she's like, yeah, it's just a bird named Mary. Move on with your life. You'll be fine.
The last thing I'll say on Sylvia with her radio show, I was able to get hold of all her old newsletters that she would mail out to people. You would pay and you get them quarterly. And she had a picture of her recording in the studio. And there's this shelf of books. It looks like it's going to fall down. And there's a bottle of perfume. And somebody noted, that's Lancôme Tresor. But on top of that, you can hear her in this show smoking in the background.
Well, that's what I was going to say, actually. I felt like I could hear her bassy breathing.
Yeah, she would smoke during the show. You could hear it. But what's funny is she said she claims she never smoked.
Oh, my God. Give me a break.
There's photos of her smoking. And not too long ago, her son was doing a Q&A because he's also a working psychic, and he shared that she smoked 4 packs a day.
Wow.
Now, as an ex-smoker, I've tried to do the math. You would literally have to be smoking in your sleep to smoke that
Wow.
many cigarettes in a day.
Do we know what kind she used to smoke? What was her brand? What was her choice? We don't know.
I would love to know. I actually think there's pictures of her with like a cigarette pack. I have to go back and
Okay.
look at that. Okay, before we dive into the next set of clips, I thought it'd be good for you to explain to people what it means to be Quebec famous. And a lot of people don't know that Quebec has its own like pop culture and media
Yes.
ecosystem that is
Exactly.
separate from Canada, and it's very impressive.
It is, and I actually think there's a lot of it that people would legitimately enjoy, especially on the music side. We have a lot of really incredible music artists. Like the first person that comes to mind is an artist named Mitsu, who like came out in the late 80s, early 90s, got like a lot of Madonna comparisons, but was like also doing really groundbreaking things that were really centered around like love and sexuality and is just so fabulous. And yeah, I mean, like for anyone who doesn't know, like Quebec is a French-speaking province in Canada. Um, that has a very specific culture. So even though we speak French here, I mean, I'm not Francophone, I'm an Anglophone. So even though I've lived here my whole life, I'm still actually a little bit of an outsider, which is a whole other thing. But Quebec cannot be served by content or art or TV that comes out of France because even though it's the same language, it's not the same culture. And so that star system and that sort of own Hollywood that you're talking about that exists in Quebec, I think really exists out of necessity. Whereas, like English speaking Canada, we are completely serviced by things that come out of the US, things that come out of the UK. Culturally, we're not that different. Of course, there are differences, but Quebec is so unique and distinct in its culture that it has to serve itself. So it really has given birth to this own sort of like ecosystem that is so fascinating. And you have people here that are like so well known, so successful, but that as soon as they kind of step out of this province, like no one knows who they are, no one knows what they're doing. It's so interesting to
Like
me.
Jeanette Renault.
Like Jeanette Renault, exactly, who was the precursor to Celine, who was actually managed by Renee Angelil, who obviously everyone knows managed and married Celine. But Jeanette is like this powerhouse. She's kind of like she doesn't sound like Barbra Streisand, but she kind of has a Barbra Streisand-esque career, or like even a Nana Mouskouri-esque career in Quebec. And she's released like 50 albums. She's an institution, but outside of Quebec is not super well known. But
Yeah.
she's such a legend, and that's why I think there's so much for people like pop culture lovers like us. There's so much to discover in the Quebec world because sometimes I think people like you and me, like we also love international stars that are like locally famous in whatever country they're in. And we consume so much pop culture that sometimes you feel like you've seen it all. So for the people who feel like they've seen it all pop culture wise, dive into Quebec. And also Quebec is really known for its film industry. Like we legitimately make amazing movies. I think the only time that Canada's been nominated for like an international Oscar is Quebec film. So, and we have a lot of directors who've become really big, like um the guy who did Big Little Lies. Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank on his name? But he also did this amazing Quebec film called Crazy, which is a classic. And yeah, there's just so much to discover.
Isn't there a director? He's really well known. He did like some of Adele's music videos.
Well, Xavier Dolan, yes. Like
Yeah.
he did Adele's Hello video and Easy on Me. And he's made incredible films. And he did it like so young, like from like 21 to like 31, made like, I don't know, 5, 6 movies. Like there's just so much talent here that I do think deserves to shine on an international level. And often we do. Like there are things that do manage to sort of pierce the mainstream, or again like directors like the guy who directed Dune. There are people that are from Quebec that manage to like reach that sort of international stage, which I think we all feel a lot of pride around.
Oh, definitely. And you should.
I mean, Celine, the Celine of it all. And that's the thing
Yes.
about Celine. Celine obviously has been adopted by the world. Like, I'll never wrap my head around how Celine became such an international megastar. Like, Celine can sell out a stadium in any country in the world, which is truly incredible. But I feel like there's a part of who Celine is that is so distinctly Quebecois that, like, unless you're from here or know about Quebec culture, I think there's a part of Celine that you can only truly know through the Quebec history.
I would, if we were to tell people of folks they should look up as part of like Quebec's musical history, one I would say is Celine's first albums that she recorded when she was like, what, 13? She sounds
Yes.
incredible. The songs are amazing. I think they're my favorite Celine songs in like the early 80s through to
I don't
late
know if I
80s.
can agree with you on that, because I feel like, especially at that time, she had this very pious church girl look. And
Well,
those
the
albums that
image,
you're just, the image is so, like, I mean, the albums that you're talking about, and it's so funny because she was so young at the time, but those albums were being listened to by like middle-aged people and above, like she wasn't connecting with a young audience. But then right before she made her English debut, she had this French album that was sort of a rebranding that tried to get her more like in the teen zeitgeist, called Incognito. And that is one of my favorite early Celine albums.
that's
Like,
a good
that is a
album.
great album.
But you've joked before, like when she was like 20, they like styled her like a 45-year-old.
Well, they
like,
really did.
always...
Tegan, even at the time of like the Let's Talk About Love era, which was 97, she was barely 28, 29 years old, and she looks like a 52-year-old woman. It's insane.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
It's
we adore
unfortunate.
her. Everybody knows about her. Go look at the French music, especially the earlier, because it's great. Jeanette Renaud, people should
but
look
seriously,
up.
people should really check out Mitsu, because I know the
Yeah.
people listening to this podcast right now are pop culture lovers, and she made like amazing music videos. Like, the music really has stood the test of time. So if you love like 90s like pop dance music, like Mitsu is for you.
Yes. MITSOU.
Yeah,
Right?
MITSOU. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to ask you. Who else is there that people should look up or look into that they might enjoy?
Well, I love, her name is Jacin. I think you know who she is. And she was sort of positioned as like Quebec's response to Britney. So her like early albums are like very much in the vein of Baby One More Time and Oops, I Did It Again. But I really love it. Also, there is a woman named Anne-Marie Lozic, who used to be a VJ on Quebec's version of Much Music / MTV called Musique Plus. So I mean, that just goes to show you like how robust the Quebec ecosystem is. We had our own MTV called Musique Plus. And she was fantastic. She always kind of had this very sort of like provocative, like sort of, I don't want to say slutty. I'm definitely not saying it in a negative way, but just like there was very much this sort of sexuality to her. And she released an album in the early 2000s called Libre, which means free. And it's really like it's sort of a concept album, and it's about sort of like one night out in Montreal. And I think it really captures this like early 2000s like pop underground club culture world. Like, there are some tracks on the albums that are basically instrumental, but it's genuinely so good. And I feel like no one knows about that album. Even in Quebec, I don't think people really know about that album. And it's on Spotify, it's on streaming. So I cannot recommend that highly enough.
Okay, as soon as we're done here, you send me the link, because I
I'm
have not
going
heard that
to.
album, and I can't wait to listen to it. Okay, let's get back to our clips.
Yes.
For our next section, we have Dame Joan Collins in some crazy moments. So first up this is a little bit of a longer clip. We're just going to play it through. We'll do some commentary over top, but this is from a pilot called Joan Does Glamour. And I'm still so upset it was never picked up. There's so much we could show. Like, the whole series is just like outrageous from start to finish. But here's a couple moments from Joan Collins Does Glamour.
This is Joan Collins. Yes, that Joan Collins. And she's on a mission to prove to the women of Britain that glamour can be part of their everyday lives.
Well, glamour to me is grooming. It's feeling good about yourself inside, and it's absolutely making the best of yourself. As everybody knows, I like a lot of liner on my eyes, so I threw it on with the trowel. I have more respect for people who look good than I do for people who look like slobs. And this is all taught to me by Marilyn Monroe's makeup man in Hollywood thousands of years ago. I had the best makeup artist in Hollywood called Alan Whitey Snyder. I said, Alan, please teach me how to do it. So he did. So practically since then, I've always done my own makeup.
And she's been doing her makeup the same way ever since.
Exactly the same.
Not Botox.
Yeah, right.
There are faceless
Her
scars.
morning routine complete, Joan's joining Mary, Holly, Eileen, and Aunt Maureen on their weekly shop. Joan wants to discover
Joan
if
is
the
gonna make
average
over
woman
this
in the
frumpy
supermarket
family.
aisle cares as little as the little fairs when it comes to glamour.
Come on then.
Have they taken on board any of Joan's tips since yesterday?
Okay, let's have a look, Stu. You look nice. Thank you. This is too big for you. Yes. And it's too drab. You need.
It's too drab.
You haven't done the makeup yet. You've got to get into the makeup. Right. I think this could come up a bit. And maybe a little scarf around your neck. Do you like scarves? Not really, no. And those sleeves are a bit. I think they should be, sort of maybe like that. That would look a lot better because you've got really pretty arms. Yes, it is.
We need to get some bananas for Auntie Mo.
So how much are the bananas?
68p.
Each?
No.
68p each. You don't buy bananas very
That's
often.
very much giving. How much could a banana cost, Michael? $10?
Joan may not know her bananas, but she does know glamour. And she's on the hunt for shoppers who prove that you can be stylish, even in the fruit and veg aisle.
Here's a fellow shopper. Hi. I'm Joan Collins.
I am Jan.
Hello, Jan. I don't mean to be rude. It's just, I guess, fleece should be on sheep. Do you take care of your skin?
Yeah, I do try to, yeah.
Do you moisturize?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you need to do a little bit more, but moisturizer is not enough.
Joan's having trouble finding
Oh
women
my God,
who
can
meet
you
her style
imagine?
standards.
Hi.
That would be the
Would you mind
highlight of my
sticking
life.
Your tongue out? Oh my God. But what happens if you kiss somebody?
I think they like it more.
They do? Are you married?
No.
Are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, and so they do like it more.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks wonderful.
This is such a foreign world to her.
You could look that good, at her age.
Shoes, we need toilet rolls. Puppies on a roll? Is that? Oh, it's for puppies. No, it's not.
No, it's soft like puppy.
Joan eventually finds a glimmer of hope in this little shopper.
I just want to say that she's the best dressed girl in Sainsbury's today. Lee, I love the gilet, the way you're wearing it.
The gilet.
I want to get one of those for my 10-year-old granddaughter. You're very dressed for the weather, but you're very glamorous, I think, and chic. Do you feel good? How old are you? 7. 7. It's nice to meet you.
Just when she'd abandoned all hope of finding a grown woman with style, Joan finally finds a lady worth checking out.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Lauren. You look really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you do. You've got good makeup and your hair is really nice. Much better
Imagine just
than
going
most
about your
customers.
everyday life and just picking
Look,
apart
it's
people's
truly really good,
appearances.
'cause most of them don't look like they've bothered to talk.
Oh, love her. The whole show is bonkers.
It's bonkers. She is a nightmare, honestly. I mean, there are some similarities between her and Sylvia, I would say.
Yeah.
Like in the sense of just, I mean, obviously they present themselves very differently. Sylvia visually is quite morose.
Yeah.
Joan takes a lot of pride in her appearance, but just in the way that they seem so inconvenienced by other people and are just so very much just to say the first thing that comes out of their mouths.
I love her so much. And from people I know who have worked with her and her husband, Percy, nicest woman in the world. So polite, so kind.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like Joan Rivers was like that too.
Right.
There was what you saw on stage, but actually the kindest, most generous
Well, they also
person.
understand manners and decorum, which
Yeah.
I know, like, there's the I don't like. Sometimes it goes to an extreme that's a little bit ridiculous, but as someone who literally takes like public transit every day and I have to go to my grocery store myself, like I can't believe the lack of manners and the way that people just don't know how to exist in a city anymore. It's
Yeah.
very disturbing.
I agree with that. Okay, this next clip is an old edit I put together a very long time ago. I went out of my way to not show anything from Dynasty because that's the most obvious.
Yeah.
But this is 2 separate interviews about the use of stunt doubles.
Okay.
I had been told when I first came to Hollywood by Gene Kelly, who is like my mentor in a lot of ways. He'd always said, don't do anything dangerous, kiddo. You're putting a stunt gal out of work. So I said, Linda liked to do her own stunts, and I said, well, you're putting a stunt gal out of work, but I'm not. So I got this great stunt gal who was quite similar in build to me. And when it was time to get knocked down to the floor and pummeled heavily, I brought in Sandy, my stunt girl.
Just for the record, we do pay the stunt girl. We don't put them out of a job. I've had some people complain, oh, how could you do that to the stunt people? We always had them there. We always paid them. And as a matter of fact, I used my stunt girl all through Dynasty. So we didn't put anybody out of a job.
Take that, Joan.
Love that. Love that clap.
And you know what? Linda actually did the better thing where she got the stunt person paid and they didn't even have to do the job.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yes. I love their rivalry. That it's like a genuine kind of rivalry off screen, which I find hysterical. This next one, a lot of people outside of the UK will not have seen this. It's a hard show to find. It's a British nighttime soap that lasted a few seasons called Footballers' Wives. It's one of my favorite shows. It's ultimate camp. And Joan kind of finally meets her match.
Oh my God.
And this is it's a little bit of a longer clip from Footballers' Wives, but we're going to dive in. And I'm really excited for people who have never seen the show to experience this for the first time. And by the way, you can buy the DVDs on eBay to watch in North America. So there's a tip.
Which you've done, I'm sure.
Yes, and digitized so that I could watch them.
Hello. This is beginning to get tedious. Good heavens, what manners they teach you in slut school.
Really are a twisted psycho bitch.
Well, it takes one to know one. Anyone would think you didn't like me.
Oh, don't act it, Grandma. Put your bifocals on and have a look at this. It's Paolo. And don't try to deny it. Look at his eyes. It's him, and you've known him forever.
I'm not going to deny that I've helped many disadvantaged children over the years. What of it?
What of it? You adopted him, Ava. He's your son. But you're not exactly Angelina Jolie, are you?
It's also her lover.
What?
She adopted him.
So it's like a Woody Allen situation.
It's this hunk.
You're shagging your own son. Do you not think there's anything wrong with that?
Don't be so ridiculous. There's no bloodline.
He's sick.
I created him.
You brainwashed him.
I will do exactly what I want. And you know why?
Because he's mine. You are unbelievable. I'm going to the papers with this.
I am the papers.
Oh, don't they just love to lynch one of their own? No!
Don't touch her.
Leave her alone, otherwise you know what will happen. Oh, she's crazy, Paolo. But we've got to tell someone that can help you.
Oh, how noble. But I don't think he's going to thank you for it. He's a very sensitive boy, you know. I can almost hear the sounds and the riff-raff on the terrace once they find out your little secret. How do you think you're going to handle that, huh? I don't think you could handle it at all. You're going to lose everything, including what's left of your mind.
My mind is my own. You don't control me.
Go to your room. I said, go to your room, Marcello. Or you know what will happen. The favela. Remember?
No! Just shut up a minute. I need to think. This isn't right.
Mama says go to your room! Ungrateful bastard!
Oh my God.
Shit. You stupid bitch. You need to calm down now. Get your coked up nose out of my business. I think you've overstayed your welcome. You think you can just flutter your eyelashes and he'll come running? There's only one person he cares about and listens to, and that's me.
Anna, stop. You okay?
Oh, he didn't die.
You could have killed her.
Go to your room, Marcello, now! We need to call the police. You should be locked up, you nut job.
No, nobody's calling anybody.
You see, he's my creature, and he always will be.
Oh, I'm nobody's creature. Not anymore. You've gone too far, Eva. You're not well.
How dare you?
Now, I know you've helped me over the years, but leave me alone now. Leave us alone. It's finished.
Oh, you don't deserve my patronage anymore, you pathetic excuse for a man. Go on, get out of my house, and don't come back, otherwise I'll make you both come crashing down. You deserve each other. Both of you are 10 a bloody penny, but there's only one Ava DeWolf.
That is amazing. I've never seen that before. Oh my God.
Ava DeWolf. They brought
Ava
her in.
DeWolf.
I think it was the last season. And yeah, great television. So good from start to finish.
So good. It's so good.
And now we're going to do a complete shift in what we're about to actually listen to.
Okay.
And it might be painful to listen to the whole thing, but we're going to do it anyway, so everybody can experience it for the first time.
Okay.
And I am going to present this without comment.
Okay.
Imagine
I can't believe this exists.
there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
The phrasing.
No hell below us.
Below us.
Above us,
Above us.
only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries.
Imagine.
Imagine.
It isn't hard.
You can really hear her warmth and empathy for the world.
Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion. Imagine all the people living life.
Do you have this vinyl?
No, I wish.
You need it.
You may say, I'm a dreamer.
You may say I'm a B-list actress.
I hope someday you'll join me. And the world will be as one.
Now get out of my sight, you miserable husband.
Imagine no possessions.
Did she learn this song in slut school?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can.
I wonder if you can.
No need for greed and hunger.
68p a banana. That's why everybody's hungry.
Of man. I would love to see footage of her recording this in the studio.
Oh my God, with the orchestra behind her. It is actually a great arrangement.
You may say I'm a dreamer. But I'm not the only one.
She's so unconvincing.
100%.
You'll join us. And the world will live as one.
It's very dystopian, her version.
It
honestly.
is. Hard to believe that exists. Hard to believe it didn't create world peace. It is just one of the most outrageous things I have ever heard. Makes me laugh every time. Okay, that's enough of Joan Collins. We're going to go into, I asked you to pick a category of clips that you wanted me to pull up.
Yes.
And immediately you said Kathie Lee Gifford. So we're going to look at some clips from Regis and Kathie Lee. And then, of course, we have to watch her sing. So let's go through these clips. They're quite something.
The New York City was a mess. Times Square was really something yesterday. They had a terrible accident. They're building the Condé Nast building down there on 43rd Street and Broadway. And the New York Times has it best here. The elevator, I guess, went right off and went right through the roof of this hotel down here, killing a woman.
Yes, in her room.
And tying up traffic, of course. And what a terrible accident.
Tying up traffic. That's what really matters. Kathy's hair.
She died instantly because she was alone, and they found the body later. And
she was a resident in that hotel right there in Times Square. Here's the Daily News collapse, and the Post practically the same. Is that the same picture or not? No, it's not.
Also, quickly, it did cut out. Went black there for a second, but she says, "I hope she died instantly." So, do we need to go back?
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay, let's see if it'll actually show it this time.
Nast building down there on 43rd Street and Broadway.
Okay.
The New York Times has it best here. The elevator, I guess, went right off and went right through the roof of this hotel down here, killing a woman.
Yes, in her room.
And tying up traffic, of course. And what a terrible
accident.
accident.
We can only hope that
No, it's not going to happen.
she died instantly because
you can
she was
only
alone,
hope she died
and
instantly.
they found the body later. And
she was a resident in that hotel
Yes,
right
so
there in Times
compassionate.
Square. Here's the Daily News collapse, and the Post practically the same. Is that the same picture or not?
To think we were watching the show when we were 12.
Post shafted, of course, right. So, yeah, terrible accident.
But there is some good news. Jodie Foster had a little baby boy. We
Charles.
wish her well.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Charles.
That transition.
You know,
and if Sylvia were here, she would
Turn out
say
to
that
be
that
and
baby
hope
is
to have
the
one.
incarnation
How
of the
much
woman
money?
who died in the hotel.
No, just one. You're only born once. Yeah.
Oh,
God, Kathy is like the
2 nights without her
ultimate-
husband. And
oh,
I don't even know what the word is. She's like the ultimate showbiz failure. You know, like the ultimate try hard, I think.
I mean, she has had a very successful career. Someone else that I love, who I think has had a similar career in the UK, is Jane McDonald. I mean, Kathy did the cruise ship thing. She.
But that's what I mean. It's always the D-list stuff. And it's not to say that she hasn't been successful. Like, obviously, she's made a good living for herself. But Kathy has never been allowed into the world that she's wanted to be a part of so desperately, you know, which is what I love. She reminds me so much of Jane Krakowski on 30 Rock, Jenna
Oh my
Maroney.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
Kathy Lee is a version of that, you know,
Yeah.
the try-hards.
Yeah. And also, I should add, compared to Jane McDonald has an amazing voice. Kathy can sing, but it's not always. Okay, this clip, I don't remember, but they're going to talk about Regis's cat.
she's a couple of more games and he'll be afraid to come home.
Actually, I finally got a good night's sleep last night. I had
We're all
both-
happy about that.
It's amazing
The
what
way
a
they
difference it
hate
makes
each
when you
other.
die. The 2 puppies were with me last night.
Oh, they
Shard and
cuddled
Shep.
with you in the bed?
Well, they're so cute until one of them tries to get in the other territory, you know? Shard is a killer. Just Shabby's just trying to turn her position, and Shard's ready to pounce on her.
You know what I'm doing with my cat now? Isn't it funny?
Cuddly, small
We're
talk,
both getting
yes.
older. Here, where you're cuddling your dogs, I'm cuddling my cat. I can make my cat think he's nursing right in here. He goes,
What?
I put this cat into heaven whenever I want with a certain scratch on his back. I scratch his back and all of a sudden he nurses my arm.
This is
And I'm getting to
unhinged.
like it.
If only you could do the same for Joy.
Hey, wait a minute.
Reach, that snaggletooth cat Ashley gets under the...
Oh, absolutely,
I think that's the sickest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, he, you know.
There's a certain way to rub him.
There's a certain way to rub him, and look, what other pleasure does he have? What other pleasure do these poor cats have? They've been, what have they been? They've been
neutered.
They've been neutered. So what else? It's me and Ashley. I'm his last refuge, you know? Let me tell you about Monday Night Football.
I want to be Martha Stewart.
I know who you really want to be, and I saw her last night in her new movie, The Prince of Tides. Barbra Streisand is who you want to be.
Did you see it, Reach?
Well,
I'm dying.
It's
I
so
tell
true.
you don't see adult movies anymore. You
Not
know what I
about
mean? So
princes
I kinda got
or
like
They make
tides.
movies for children.
That's all
Talk
they're
amongst
making.
yourselves.
This happens to be a very adult picture about a book that everybody loved, The Prince of Tides.
Yes.
And she plays
The book
the
is so much
psychiatrist here
better.
in New York City, and Nick Nolte is the guy who comes up from North Carolina to investigate his sister's illness and gets involved with her. Well, I must tell you that she's a terrific director, you know,
Oh,
and
I've
she's
always felt
always a
We
great
just
screen
always used to
presence
say
as well,
terrific.
and does
That was
a
like his
wonderful job with
word.
Nick Nolte.
By the way, to bring Halstead back, there's a picture of Halstead protesting as Barbara and says, "Will work for Best Director Oscar."
Nick
Hysterical.
Nolte has had more reincarnations in this business than me. And
Well, not quite. But I
so
understand it's his Academy
he
Award.
becomes a major dramatic star in this movie.
Really,
Yeah.
Reach? And how is Streisand in it?
She was great. She was great.
Does she
And
sing
her-
in it at all?
And
No
her,
singing.
No singing. And her son is terrific too.
Plays her son in the movie?
Plays her son in the movie. He's very
That's
good.
Jason Gould, right?
And there's one other
Jason
terrific
Emmanuel
actress,
Gould.
and I can't think right now who it is. But anyway, it's a good movie. You're going to love it a lot.
Is it going to be a hit?
It's going to be a hit, but when she directs love scenes, she's such a romantic.
Yes.
You know, that she
The way
has
they're
always
lit.
candles
so
all over the place.
Yeah.
Really? Well, like in Yentl.
Yes.
Remember when she
Too
sang
many
it to
candles,
No,
Bob.
you can never have too many candles. Never.
Nobody likes that many candles before they make love, maybe other than you. You know what I mean?
You can't have too many candles.
Oh, please. She had too many candles in this movie. But that is a small criticism in the face of what is going to be a wonderful hit.
That's your only criticism? Is she had too many candles?
Did I just say that or not?
Reach, that is the silliest thing.
It's a small, I'm just saying.
No wonder you got a low score on that.
No, I'm just saying the romantic scenes are overdone. She has a tendency, because she's a romantic, to overdo the scenes. They look like a Clairol commercial after
Well,
a while.
also, she's just
But
really
the rest
horny.
of the movie is sensational. All right? People.
Unhinged.
Then I went to, listen to this. Then I went to Planet Hollywood.
You are so cool.
Joy and I and Claudia Cohen. So we went to Planet Hollywood to see what the food is like.
Yes.
So there's Tom Cantone. Now, Tom Cantone.
It's funny how this whole
you know,
show was literally about the things they would
and
do
he's
at
in
night.
charge down there at Planet Hollywood, and he got it off to a terrific start. So he joins us for dinner. Somebody comes and whispers in Tom Cantone's name, somebody's in the restaurant.
In his ear, you mean?
In his ear. What did I say?
Doesn't matter.
In his name?
You're the consummate talk show host, so it doesn't matter.
Consummate. Anyway, they whisper something in his ear. The guy gets up and he's gone.
Uh-oh.
And then he comes back just to see if we're all right, and then he's gone again. Well, you know who he's with? Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal walked into the restaurant,
And he dumped you.
This guy's lip began quivering. Billy's here! And that was the last
I
time I
would have
saw
done
him.
the same thing. I love Billy Crystal.
Okay.
What a show. What a show.
Yeah, and I would only ever watch like the first 25 minutes when they would like talk, and then I'd like
Yes.
turn the channel.
I don't know
this
why
night-
we were so riveted by this when we were literally 12.
I mean, I'm still riveted by it. It is like very entertaining television, and it wasn't the same with Kelly.
No.
Kathie Lee was the way they Regis was so patronizing to her, and she was
Yes.
patronizing to him, and it came across that they hated each other. Like they really did get along off camera, but like they really also got on each other's
Yes,
last
they did.
nerve.
Yeah.
And in this next clip, it's a Halloween clip. They dress up as each other, and you can just see it's kind of like just seething with frustration, like built up.
So what did you do? Watch Notre Dame football?
Oh my God.
Am I feeling strong, Don Pardo, huh? They came back. 58-21. I hear that our new guys threw a touchdown.
What a team.
I'm feeling better.
Wait a minute, who threw it?
Look at Kathy.
Gus Ornstein,
Regis.
our quarterback from New Jersey.
Regis looks more like Sally Jesse than Kathie
Oh
Lee.
my God, he has great legs.
No. Somebody on the street passed by and said, "Oh, Kathie Lee, Gus threw a touchdown pass." So I didn't see the whole game. I just saw the last part of the game. What is that headline?
I understand you also went off. You worked this weekend, right? You were down singing your brains out on that ship.
Oh, yes. And then, after Cody's and Cassidici's Halloween party, don't get me wrong, I'm
Cody
coming
and
back.
Cassidy.
She talked about them incessantly.
But it was a beautiful Saturday, and so I flew down to Miami. Just did 2 commercials, knocked them off, flew back on Sunday. But I'm cutting back.
You must be exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
Well, you think you're exhausted. How about...
Excuse me, what time is it?
Did you set your watch back?
Oh, yes, I did. Look at that lovely watch. Oh, just something Frank gave me.
Does Frank know you haven't nared recently?
Kathie looks like Mariah Carey in the Obsessed
Nobody's
video.
gonna find out when
Oh
he
my
gets
God,
back tonight.
100%.
I don't have... Frank's a saint. You know what I mean? There's another thing I've been telling you. Am I right? Am I always right? Am I the king?
Oh, Reed, you're the king. You're the king.
It's getting ugly!
Why? What's getting ugly, Reed?
But besides your face, this campaign is getting ugly.
Oh, the political campaign.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just read these to look at the pictures. I don't read the stories.
Yes. I just want everybody to be happy.
That's it. I got nothing. I'm only one man. I can't do it all.
I thought we had a chance at the lotto. Remember, we played the lotto on Friday?
You don't need the money.
You're right, Reed. I don't. But I played just to be a part of the little people.
And you always got secrets. What are you working on now?
Well, I'm cutting back, really, but I do have a Christmas special. I have a Christmas show. I'm going to Detroit to appear with the Detroit Symphony.
Good.
I'm giving birth to another baby next week.
Great.
But I'm cutting back. What are you doing, Reed?
Me, I got nothing.
Oh, yes. No, Reed, you and I, little...
We're going to Atlantic City this weekend.
Yes, we are.
That's enough. That's enough.
We are. We're going to go to Atlantic City. We're going to be together. All weekend at Merv Griffin's Resort. You and me.
I'm going to get a little money from Merv. That's all I'm going to do. I'm coming back.
You know what, Reed? Excuse me, Reed. I may never gamble, but I may go down with you Saturday night after the shows and take a few dollars from Merv, too.
Get loose, huh?
Win all I can, and then I'm going to give it to charity. Okay. I'm breaking myself up, Reed.
Insanity.
Wow. Insanity.
Okay. And then you asked for Kathie Lee singing. Now, the clip I wanted, I guess she is lip syncing because it is copyright protected.
Oh, okay.
But we have to watch the intro. And then we're going to go right into her singing Barbra Streisand with Neil Diamond. So, and in this performance, the intro she's going to do, Dolly Parton actually joins to sing the song. And it's at I think it's like the Dove Christian Music Awards. So let's
bring
ready.
those back. Bring the Dove Christian Music
Yeah.
Awards
Lord,
back.
who is our rock and our redeemer, is also our comforter. And if he is our comforter, is he not also our pillow too?
The hair.
There is no distance so close as two lovers.
Okay.
Oh my
There's
God.
that. Now,
All right,
here's
we're going
this.
to have Kathie Lee now join.
No, we won't. Excuse us.
They're still rehearsing. This is not a good sign. Incidentally, Alan Lindgren right on the piano over there, everybody. Here's Neil and Kathie Lee to sing another cut from Neil's New Diamond. New album, You Don't Bring Me Flowers.
I'm really going to miss Frank on this, you know?
This is like her biggest fantasy come true.
Oh, 100%.
Look how seriously she takes it.
Bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
You hardly talk to me anymore when I come through the door at the end of the day.
I remember when you couldn't wait to love me. Used to hate to leave me.
She's so earnest.
After loving me late at night.
When it's good for you and you're feeling all right.
She's up here, he's down here.
Just roll over and you turn out the light.
She's so into it.
Oh, she over the top.
Anymore. It used to be so natural. Talk about forever. Used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away.
Baby, I remember all the things you taught me.
It's the intensity.
Yeah, it's the intensity. She looks like every elementary school teacher in 1995.
Yes.
So you think I could learn?
So you'd think I could learn how to tell you goodbye.
'Cause you don't say you need me.
You don't sing me love songs.
She thinks she's so good.
Bring me flowers. Yeah, me
Oh, good Lord.
The applause.
She's trying to
How
be
nice.
humble, but she's so proud of herself.
Okay, so there's Regis and Kathie Lee. I'm glad that song's over. I never want to hear that version again. We're going longer than I thought we were going to go, which is fine because I'm sure people will love these clips. But I wanted to take a moment for the segment of your favorite clips.
Sure.
To talk about some of what you've done because you've gotten to do some cool stuff. You did Celebrity Big Brother Quebec. You
Yes.
did the Traitors. You've had multiple podcasts. You've done stand-up comedy, which Sandra Bernhard was one of the first people to praise you.
Yes.
What is the biggest wow moment of the thing you've gotten to do so far?
Well, I think honestly, connecting with Sandra, and I did a one-woman show in New York, and she came to see it and literally led the standing ovation at the end of the show. That's a moment that I think I'll never get over or fully believe. And then earlier this year in April, with my amazing, brilliant, hilarious friend Mateo Lane, Mateo performed at Radio City in New York and invited me to open for him. And that was and still is the most surreal moment of my life. Honestly, it's been a few months now and I still can't believe that actually happened. I'm just a kid from the suburbs of Montreal. It's just, I can't wrap my head around the fact that I stood on that stage. That's crazy to me. And not
I
in a
understand that.
self-praising way. I just can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, you kind of think of yourself you're doing what you love, and when you have kind of a pinch me moment like that, it feels so surreal. This stuff doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And it felt
it's cool
so
when
out
it
of
happens.
body. Yeah, it is really cool
Yeah.
when it happens. And for me anyway, those moments are still kind of rare, which makes them special. I think sometimes people who've done a lot of really amazing things and it's just sort of one major accomplishment after another, sometimes there can be a taking for granted of. But for me, it's Yeah, I don't know. Those moments I really do like treasure. And like you said, they do just feel so surreal.
Yeah. And you did Big Brother, which was like a huge, you were so scared to do that.
I was
Um,
terrified.
but you had the best time in the end.
I
And you did
did.
so well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy because when I look back on that time, I think one of the greatest gifts, and this might sound strange because you're in such a weird context, and like in our case, like it's not even a real house, like it's a studio that's been turned into like a livable house. And it is so bizarre, and I was there for literally 3 months, which is insane. But I think the greatest gift that it gave me was just like I was able to genuinely disconnect because I didn't have a choice. Like you really are cut off from the world. So like for those 3 months, I never had to check my email. I never had to take a call. I didn't have to work. Like I just got to be present with these people who I totally bonded with. Like I don't know if I'll ever have that kind of escape from reality ever again.
Yeah, a lot of people who do Big Brother, I mean, especially the celebrity versions, because they tend to be a little less chaotic. I mean, sometimes they're
Well,
really
not the
chaotic.
UK version. Like, I
Well,
think the Quebec version, like Quebec Celebrity Big Brother, although I would say since my season, they've made it increasingly more challenging and harder.
okay.
But when I did it, it was still kind of like Big Brother light.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too crazy. Like there were definitely days that were crazy. And obviously when you're in that sort of situation, the game becomes your whole life because you've been cut off from literally everything else. So you do take it seriously. And you
Yeah.
get very emotionally invested in the game. And I definitely did a lot of crying. But for all of the stressful game elements of it, there was also this really human element of it where it literally was just living in community and cooking for each other and having fun with each other and having great conversations. Like it was sort of like a utopia in a really weird way.
I mean, even the chaos of the UK version, a lot of celebrities who have gone through it will say it was one of the best experiences of their life.
Yeah,
And it can be the worst at the same time.
yes.
But
And I can say that it was the same for me, honestly.
yeah, I mean, that's 3 months.
It's really
that
long.
plays with your head a little bit, and
Yeah.
then also plays with your head like crazy. I don't know if I could play this game. The Traitors. You did the Traitors Canada.
I did.
You had that one. I mean, there were multiple iconic moments, but there was the really iconic "I wish I died last night." Became a meme. Tell me about your experience filming the Traitors.
Well, it's crazy because even though the Traitors films over a much, much shorter period of time, it's like it varies depending on the international version, but like it takes like max 2 weeks, you know? For us, it was even a little bit shorter than that. But because it's so condensed, like it is really intense. And you don't really, in Big Brother, there's a lot of downtime, where you really do just get to connect and be with people. But the Traitors is like nonstop. It's relentless. I don't think that I anticipated like the exhaustion and the way that exhaustion makes your emotions so much more raw. Like your brain is not functioning properly. So when you're watching the show, it looks so much easier than it really is. And I am a diehard fan of the show, and I thought that I would be so amazing. Like I thought I would know exactly who the Traitors were immediately, and that was not the case. I never guessed a single traitor correctly.
And you were like very convinced that they
I
were
was
Traitors.
very
Like,
convinced.
always wrong.
But I think that, and I didn't do it intentionally because I don't think you can do that intentionally. But like, like it ended up being what it was. It was not what I thought it would be, but I wouldn't change it for anything, Like I think that, I'm an entertainer, and I think that I really got lucky with how things worked out because not to say that I was like the star of the show, although but like I just got to have this amazing, hilarious narrative. And like as a comedian, that's what I want. I just want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
But that wasn't my intention. I took the game so seriously and I really thought I was right. But little did I know that I was sort of like the clown of the season.
I mean, it's kind of like Sylvia a little bit.
A little bit. I
taking
was
it so
definitely
seriously.
delusional. Definitely delusional.
What other reality shows you want to do?
I don't know because to be honest, like I was like a kid when Survivor started, and I know that there were, like The Real World and other things that came before it, but Survivor was really the birth of mainstream reality TV as we know it. And I was such a big fan of that at the time. I never would have guessed that like 20 years later, I would have been in like 2 reality TV contests. Like I never imagined that for myself ever. But there's not a lot that I would want to do. Like I would never want to do Survivor. I don't want to do anything that is outdoors. I don't want to do anything that's like ridiculously physical. That is
I
not my
agree.
thing. And even in Big Brother and even in the Traitors, like that's what I would always struggle with was like the physical challenges. Like I'm not an athletic person at all. That kind of shit terrifies me. I'm like, I am not going to injure myself over this shit, you know? But I think that I would love to do something that's more like a dating show. I forget the name of it, but there's a Quebec reality show where you are introduced to, I guess, like a certain number of candidates and you're dating people, but you're also doing like therapy together at the same
Oh.
time, which is like, and people do take it seriously and it really does force you to be vulnerable. But I would kind of love to do something that is maybe more about the heart versus playing a game.
Yeah. Not Married at First Sight.
No, my God, no.
You know, I think if I had to pick a show, I would pick The Swan. I wish they would bring The Swan back. And for people who don't know about The Swan, I will have to pull up clips of that, but that was like a bonkers.
Oh my God, that's insane. I'm surprised no one died.
Yeah, that show was
It was like an
wild.
extreme plastic surgery makeover, right? Where people would get like made over basically like head to toe.
Yeah, and then they'd have a pageant at the end of the season. And I
Oh my
just remember the
God.
one clip where they did the big reveal and the little girl started crying and she was like, "What happened to my mom?"
It's so
Like,
fucked up.
terrible. What do you have going on right now? What's coming up for you?
I don't really know, honestly. Like that's sort of the thing with like being like a freelance artist or entertainer is that like every year is every year is unknown. Like I start
Yeah.
every year and now the year is sort of winding down. Like we're heading into fall, you know, so I've kind of done everything that I've needed to do for the year. And now it's just sort of like I don't know what comes next. Like I'm working a lot in like TV writing right now and trying to make my own show happen. And it's an extremely difficult process. You know what this process is
Oh
like.
my God, yes.
TV development is really, really challenging.
Yeah.
There are great moments where you feel like everything's coming together, and then there are moments where you feel like everything is falling apart. So I've really been sort of entrenched in that world, and that is sort of my biggest goal and the biggest thing that I'm working on is trying to make that happen, getting the project over the finish line. And I don't know if it's going to happen, you know, I really don't. I feel really good about what I'm creating, but I just don't know how it's all going to shake out.
Yeah, I completely get it. It's gotten so it's always been hard, but it's gotten so much harder in the industry
Yeah.
to have consistent gigs to get something made. Like
Yeah.
Sylvia is a slam dunk. And even that's taken, I'm coming up on 4 years with that
Yeah,
project.
it's so it can be really discouraging, you know? I
Yeah.
think that's what I love about live performance is that it's so instantaneous, you know? So
Yeah.
like you get that love right away, you get that you feel appreciated, you feel valued, and it's so instant. Whereas like on the writing side of things, that gratification, that feeling of fulfillment, like get so little of and sometimes not even at all, you know?
Yeah.
You put your heart and soul into something for so long and you don't even know if it's going to come together.
Yeah.
It's really hard. But
Yeah.
I have to knock on wood, like I don't know, somehow like, you know, I never thought I would do the Traitors. I never thought I would do Big Brother. I never thought in a million years I'd be performing at Radio City. Like somehow things do just happen. You know, I think when you remain committed, when you commit to your purpose, to the work that you want to do, to the work that gives you joy and fulfillment, somehow, I don't always know how, even in the moments of real doubt, somehow something always shows up.
Yeah.
So I just have to
It's
keep
true.
trusting in that, even when it's hard to trust in that.
Yeah. Hold on to that because that's sometimes
Yeah.
all you have.
Honestly. And I just think that like given what a nightmare world we are living in, I feel like everyone just do the thing you want to do. Just
Yeah.
do it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, find what that thing is and just go for it.
Yeah, why not? Like, what do we have to lose?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you completely.
That's the inspirational moment of Hello Campers.
Well, and now we're going to dive into a delusional moment because these are your clips that you've chosen. Most of them are pretty short. The second one's a little longer, but this first one, you and I have watched a million times, and let's dive into this mess.
I read poetry and sonnets, and he plays the upright bass. Yamakipiebo, Sederificabo, Indo Latin, quote, UJ,
Sabasaray!
Well, he bit all the he-dogs and winked at all the she-dogs. The town never knew such a hullabaloo as that little dog raised till the end of that day. We just have a good rhythm
together. The best video of all time.
He sort of feels me out, I feel him out, and we go for it.
We go for it.
Completely delusional. Like, that is
the
next
best
level
thing
insane.
Of all time. And I don't know why, or maybe I just haven't discovered it. Someone needs to turn that into like a house remix, dance floor club moment.
That would be genius. And I want to see the whole episode of that program. It was on the CBC.
Yeah, we need to track that down.
It has to be unearthed. I've tried, but haven't found it so far. Okay, the next one is a classic. I watch QVC for fun all of the time. I love it, especially Christmas in July. Camp is 10 tits. I love it. This is Liza on HSN.
The best.
Great. Mateo Lane does great jokes about this. He has a video on YouTube you can watch.
He does the best Liza impersonation ever.
Oh, incredible. Okay, let's watch Liza on HSN.
One-time only event. My pleasure to welcome back beautiful Liza Minnelli.
Hi, guys.
Oh, and we have Doris in Georgia. Hi, Doris. Welcome to HSN. You with Liza Minnelli today.
Hi, Georgia.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hi, Georgia. Do you like the clothes? Huh? Do you like the clothes? Oh, yes. I got the
I actually
blouse.
looked up the clothes on eBay. I tried to
good.
find some pieces.
And how...
this was a while ago. I found like a pair of pants, but I didn't buy them. But I would still like to have something from the collection.
Yeah, like a nice sequin blazer. Or
Thank you so much for taking my
Or those
call. It was a
earrings.
great thrill.
Well, it was thrilling
pottery.
to talk to you, and I'll remember it. Oh, there's the L.
She will not remember it. She doesn't remember anything.
Shot. What's that? That's a little L. Like the velvet
I want
pants,
that
Liza.
necklace.
Yeah, how about that?
I think those are the pants I found.
And it's purty. It's just
Purty.
a little added surprise. It's still, yeah. Everything sparkled. I thought it was interesting. You don't have to sell it. It sells you. It's not wearing you. You're wearing it. Again, that the woman should wear the dress. Not the dress wear the woman.
Not the dress wear the woman.
Instead of putting on everything the socks you in and everything. Again, you put this on and then you do what you want to do. Sit like you want to sit. Because all you have to do is really do this.
It's
These
so
clothes
true.
look great.
That's right.
And your arms are important. Yes. How about 2 or 3 or 4? What? Bracelets. Oh, what'll do? I broke my knee, so I had nothing to do in the hospital. So I thought, well, I'll just start fooling around with stuff I loved. And, I had my knee replaced. And I was lying around not doing anything. So I thought, and I started to think about things like this. It was driving me nuts. Really? Having to sit there with my knee and not move. I'd broken my knee, to work with this, and I thought, I hate this. So I started working with clay. I just started working with clay. I just started to work with clay. Did you really? Yeah.
So you were just molding it on your own?
After she said it 3 times.
Then I started thinking about clothing. Then I started, while I was making an album, lying down.
Oh, God bless you.
You did?
Oh, God bless
Is there anything
an
you
amazing
can't
album.
Yeah.
do live?
Oh, a lot. But if I can't do it, I can learn. That's my...
Exactly.
That's what I figure.
That's
Chelsea,
really casual.
Chelsea, come here. Put that
This is the best part.
up over your shoulder. No, not the where the bow is. The other shoulder.
Oh, nice.
The other shoulder. Yeah.
And you know, that scarf.
And then, yeah, put it over this shoulder. And then in the middle of conversation, just drop it.
Drop it.
Okay?
Oh, we're getting all
I
the
need to
Liza
try
Minnelli
that,
secrets.
actually.
Yeah. Hey, take both sleeves off.
Ah, loving it.
And hold it a little like this. Give me this.
Okay, yeah.
And
This is very Liza.
pick up the back of the...
Yeah, love it. Collar up and
And just do a couple of turns. Where it like
But I
over...
love it.
Yeah.
That way, right? And you can
Yeah.
even like toss it over again, couldn't you too?
No.
No, don't. Just once. Okay. Yep.
Make sure the shiny part stays.
Yeah.
No, but I don't.
need that
That's the one I
scarf.
don't want to sell.
Oh, the ring? The ring?
No, that's Halstead.
Oh, okay.
And they look so sharp on middle-aged women. You know.
Yes, and you certainly proved that in that fabulous cameo in Sex and the City 2, because you were amazing.
Fabulous.
Thank
Loved
you.
it.
I think of you, and I immediately think of sequins.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. You have a beautiful wrist, Liza.
Thank you.
You really do. You're so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Good.
You're so glamorous.
Oh,
and ageless.
thank you.
You are the most wonderful woman. You are a legend, an icon, beautiful.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Betty.
you. Liza's got a great eye.
She does.
Thank you.
You've just come from so much diversity, and you've overcome it. You're truly a mentor for me.
Thank you so much. You're my mentor too.
Liza, you look amazing. Those earrings,
That's my
with your
favorite part.
fabulous face.
You're my mentor,
Thank you,
It's
too.
spectacular. You are so, I tell you, you are so beautiful.
Me?
No, I'm, can I, no.
What a hot mess.
What else can you say? That is just...
You're my mentor, too, to this random woman calling from God knows
Yeah.
where, you know, and you consider Liza's Hollywood pedigree and everyone she's worked with, and she calls this random woman her mentor.
Okay, next is Cher talking about Madonna.
Oh, this is so good.
What about her?
In some ways, she reminds me professionally, career-wise, she's somebody who speaks her mind.
Yeah.
She's somebody who's gone against the grain, things that you have done.
There are
And
lots of things that I respect about her. I think that she knows how to work the business like nobody I've ever seen before. And there's something about her that I don't like. She's mean. I don't like that. I mean, I remember having her over to my house a couple of times because Sean and I were friends, and she just was so rude to everybody. It seems to me that she's got so much that she doesn't have to act the way that she acts, like a spoiled brat all the time. And it seems to me when you reach the kind of acclaim that she's reached and can do whatever you want to do, you should be a little bit more magnanimous and a little bit less of a...
That
Don't
is
mince
the
words.
fucking best. And that is Madonna in a nutshell. I think Cher nailed it. Like, that's exactly who Madonna is.
Very eloquently. I love Madonna, but she is a mean girl.
Brat. She is
Yeah.
a mean girl for sure.
Okay, the
And
last
I love that
clip we
Madonna
ha-
included that
Oh.
clip in the celebration tour in one of the
Yes.
montages. Like, at least Madonna can, you know, wink at that. I think I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I love that, like, they had this kind of, well, Madonna's always been a big fan of Cher, but I like that Cher has not always been very kind to Madonna.
They're
She's
like
always had
they're frenemies, you know?
but like
they have,
now they're actually just kind of friends.
yeah, because they're like the only two bitches left.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, next to this next clip, which is
Well, yes.
our final
She's a
clip,
different kind of bitch.
Yeah, Barbra Streisand on Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, Barbara's a through line for us in this show and in
Yes.
our lives.
And in our lives. Although
yeah.
after that book, I needed a big break from her, and I'm still on a break, to be honest.
Well, and I guess I should jump in with this quick. I had beef with Barbara.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So really quickly, I know we're like long on time. I have done some AI videos on my Instagram, right? Like clone a voice, clearly marked as AI.
Yes.
And even in this one, she said, "Hi, this is AI Barbara."
Yes.
And it was some pictures from her book, My Passion for Design. And she was talking about how she was going to be curating some of the more eccentric passages because there's no audiobook. So I was going to have her reading some of the stuff. And I made some jokes about how she likes coffee ice cream and she cloned her dogs, like really loving stuff.
Yes.
And like, it was very kind. I love her. And I got a call, or I got an email from Jay Landers, her producer of over 30 years, who said, "Call me. Here's my phone number." And I thought they were going to ask me like how I did that.
Come work with us.
Yeah.
Come
like,
join
oh my
the
gosh.
team.
Yeah, 100%. And so I got on the phone with Jay, and he just went on about how upset Barbara was and how it had taken over the Streisand Brolin household for 2 days.
You fucked her up for
it scared her. She called her lawyers. She was pissed off. Her lawyers ultimately determined there wasn't anything that could be done. But yeah, I pissed off Barbra Streisand, and
which is so amazing. So amazing. The fact that that thing you made reached her and messed with her head and fucked up 2 days, that is an accomplishment.
Yeah. I mean, it really is the Streisand effect. And I was like, I was really upset by it because I am such a fan.
I know. I remember when that happened.
Yeah. I couldn't listen to her music for a year. Like, it was just, I was so upset. Anyway, now I'm back to listening to her music. I love her.
She does not have a sense of humor. The truest thing that she wrote in her book, and she literally says this, is, "I've never had fun." And I believe that.
You're going to see that right now. Here she is on Rosie. Didn't even have fun. Let's take a look.
All right, to every boy and girl watching out there, dreams do come true. Please welcome, I knew I would do this, Barbra Streisand.
Honestly, it gets me teary-eyed every time.
Oh, she looks so beautiful here.
But very Halstead.
Yes. Oh my God, like that is
outfit that we saw at the beginning. And of course, they made them switch the chairs over to the other side, so Barbara would be on her good side.
For her good side. I mean, this would be me if I met Barbara.
Of course. And knowing Rosie's whole story and what Barbara meant in her life as sort of like a spiritual surrogate mom.
She's going to tell her.
I have to tell you a little self-indulgently that in many ways to me it feels like my mom walking through the curtain, because I have to say that you were a constant...
You're going to make me cry.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do anything that would upset you in any way, but
really.
You were a constant source of light in an often dark childhood, and you inspired me and gave me the courage to dream of a life better than the one I knew, and I am profoundly grateful to you in so many ways.
It's so sweet.
It is. Oh, that's sweet.
To be honest, this is one of the nicest Barbara's ever been.
Let's just listen to you while I compose. This is appropriate for this moment. This is for me. Yeah? It is. My entire life. I have to say, I don't remember my life without you in it.
Oh, my God.
It's the truth.
Well, I thought, when did you find out about me? I mean, when you were how old?
Well, the truth is that you opened, and I could get it for you wholesale, the day after I was born.
No.
Honest to God. And my mother...
I'm that old?
No, you were so young on Broadway. You were so young. And my mother adored you. And I don't ever remember your music not being on in our house.
Really?
Every year we decorated our tree to the Christmas album.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a... And you're
She
gorgeous.
sounds like the caller who called Sylvia.
I'm one of those fans who sort of knows everything about you, and I thought it might be difficult.
You probably know more about me than I do about me.
I
forgot.
I probably remember things you don't remember. Like, remember when you won the Oscar and you walked up and you tripped a little bit on the way up with the...
You would remember this.
I remember that. But you were so good.
Okay, but Barbara
you were talking
also
about how in the
remembers
theater
every
you'd have to do
fucking
so
thing,
many
too.
performances.
Yes.
That's right, and I could be in my bathtub and have millions of people watching me while I was taking a bath, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Is there
And
anyone when
millions
you
of
were a
candles.
kid that you felt this way about?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
She was too obsessed with herself even from childhood.
Yeah. Great television moment.
Oh my God. Honestly, I really do I think it kind of gets back to what we were speaking before about surreal moments in your life, you know? And I do think that as cliched as it might sound, I do think there's something very moving when someone has such a big dream that you can't even imagine it ever coming true, and it does happen. That is
Yeah.
such a powerful, beautiful thing. That's why it makes me emotional every time, even though it's also very funny. How
Yeah.
Barbra doesn't know how to receive that love.
100%. And it kind of goes as we laugh at all of this stuff, it's coming from a place of love as well.
Yeah, of
it's funny, it's
course.
camp, but also it's serious, and you appreciate it on many levels.
Yes, and I think obviously as queer people, that's sort of the through line for so many of us is that like Rosie was saying to Barbra, you were often a light in a very dark childhood. I think that's how we feel about so many of the people that we've watched today, the TV shows that we grew up watching. We really did seek solace in culture.
Yeah.
And Rosie is one of us too, you know?
She loves Barbra just as much as we do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm introducing some little regular segments to close out the show so everybody gets to know you a little bit more. This first one is called Have Several Seats. And this is your opportunity to call out somebody who has wronged you in your life.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm going to call out Sarah Jessica Parker for inflicting and just like that upon all of us, for destroying the legacy of Sex and the City. How dare you, Sarah Jessica Parker, take several seats?
Oh, I have to say, I loved
I know you loved it.
Well, I mean, they could have cut out Miranda. I didn't like that story. I thought Charlotte was cute, and I liked Seema. But yeah, a lot of the show was not my favorite.
No.
But it was nice to see familiar faces.
I'm always happy to see the girls again. And again, literally, we were just talking about how so much of culture has informed who we are and was a part of our childhood and our upbringing. And those girls really are, you know? I just think one season would have been enough.
Yeah.
One little mini series just to close the chapter, because we couldn't have ended on the second movie, which is I love it though. I love the second movie. I watch it at least twice a year, but it is objectively awful, and that would have been a horrible place to leave these characters. So
yeah.
I am all for the bringing back, but I think it should have just been one season.
And I think the fourth girl should have been Louise from St. Louis.
Yes, they should have brought back Jennifer Hudson. Yes.
She could have been the Samantha of the group, but kind of came
well, I think
back
she's a little too religious to be the Samantha of the group.
She's a good actress. She might play it.
No, but even the character was too wholesome. That's true. That's not a Samantha.
But she needed a new bag.
The biggest mistake they made, and I think most of the diehard fans agree, they should have brought back Amelita from season 1, the hooker with a passport.
That is genius. That is what they should have done. I will say, I loved the final scene
of her dancing in her
with the Barry
apartment.
White. That made me emotional. I thought that she has great taste in music. Her and Michael Patrick King always pick great music in everything they do, and that was just such a nice moment. I thought I loved it.
I think it would have been a nice moment had it been teed up in a more, I don't know, a resonant way. That whole episode was all over the place.
Had there not been logs of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is called Forgive Me, Father. And this is your opportunity to apologize to somebody that you have wronged.
Oh my God.
Who have you wronged?
Okay, I'm going to apologize to Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
I have made fun of her a lot, both on social media and in my act. But like you said, it really does come from a place of love. So it's kind of a half apology because I'm still going to keep doing it. But I do want J-Lo to know that it's coming from a place of love. I only make fun of the ones I love. That goes for Sarah Jessica Parker as well. I think J-Lo is such a force. And I always say that she became a legend, not by virtue of talent, but by sheer force of will. And I do admire that. And she is more talented than we give her credit for, especially as a performer. She's not a great vocalist. We all know this, but she is a great entertainer. And she
Kiss
has
of the
kept us
Spider Woman.
entertained. Yeah, I think it's
It
gonna
looks really impressive.
I'm still gonna, I'm gonna keep my expectations low, but I do think that she's given us great entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like with Hustlers when there was all the buzz for the Oscars.
But she was
and it
legitimately great in
Oh,
that.
she was legitimately great, but it was kind of like Catherine O'Hara in For Your Consideration,
Yes.
where it just like snowballed into this thing.
I know.
Yeah.
So is that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, I think she gets, and that's what I kind of love about her is that, and maybe there's an element of Kathie Lee Gifford in Jennifer Lopez as well, though obviously JLo's much cooler and much hotter. But there is this try hard element to JLo, and sometimes you kind of have to go with the flow a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, this is the last little segment. This is called Streams of Consciousness.
Okay.
And these are just like one-word answers, short sentences. The first thing that pops into your head, kind of like
Okay.
Sylvia giving a reading. So the first one, if I could swap wardrobes with one fictional character forever, it would be
Carrie Bradshaw. And Adina Monsoon from Absolutely Fabulous.
Ooh, also a good choice. The most accidentally camp celebrity of all time is
Kathie Lee Gifford.
Great answer. The most ridiculous trend I ever fully committed to was
Honestly, I don't commit to trends. Like, I'm kind of repulsed by trends and I kind of try to stay away from them. But then I'll circle back to them like years later when it's not cool anymore.
like
So
Furby,
like Furbies. Like during the pandemic, I just bought a bunch of Furbies
which I love.
20 years later.
My childhood delusional moment was
Singing Don't Cry For Me Argentina a cappella in the schoolyard to a gathering of 6 people.
Oh, I'm cringing just thinking about it. The pettiest hill I'll die on is
Oh my God, the pettiest hill I'll die on is that Mariah Carey is the pettiest bitch in the business. You want to talk about petty? It's all about Mariah. She will
Yeah.
not let go of anything.
She has taken over the title of Queen of Pettiness from Aretha Franklin.
She has, absolutely. The fact that
Yeah.
there's even a chapter in her memoir about Divas Live, and she is still coming for Celine for trying to upstage Aretha. Like, it happened 20 years ago, and it didn't even involve you, Mariah.
Yeah. Oh, but I love her so much.
I love her too, but she's testing my last nerves.
Yeah. Okay, if I had a personal theme song that played whenever I entered a room, I wish it would be
It would be Get Right by Jennifer Lopez,
Oh.
which is my walk-on music when I perform. I do change it up, but that is my ultimate walk-on music. So I literally have had that song play as I'm walking out,
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like the best version of myself when
When I'm on stage, I feel like I'm my happiest, my most inspired, my most excited. I really do think that I'm the best version of myself on stage.
And lastly, I hope people remember me for
I don't think I've done anything memorable enough yet, so I'm gonna keep going and keep trying to create that thing. But I mean, without getting too corny, I do hope that I've managed to for the people that come to my shows, I hope I've managed to make them feel good, and I hope that's the feeling that they remember.
Yeah, I love that. When I saw this question, if I got asked that, I immediately thought of Dorian Corey, the final scene in Paris is Burning.
Oh, I love that scene.
It's one of my favorite scenes
Where
in cinema history.
she talks about so you shoot an arrow and it goes super high, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, as you get older, you aim a little lower.
Yeah.
And then you just hope that a couple people remember your name.
Yeah, I mean, what more can anyone hope for? And I mean, I think that's also a reminder to just be present. And I think that we live in a world of ego-driven maniacs, but
Yeah.
that is not a pleasurable path,
No.
And that's kind of as much as Barbara has that side to her, I think one thing that I do like about Barbara is that there's this other side to her that I think just wants to live comfortably and enjoy the pleasures of life, like food and her house and her
Yes.
friends. That it always comes back for me to that Dolly Parton quote of don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Because work, no matter how much you love what you do, is still work. That is not life.
I love that. I'm going to cross-stitch that on my wall. I love that quote. Tranna, thank you so much for being my first guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
Where can everybody find you? What are your socials, and where can they watch you?
Everything is sort of everything is like Instagram is the home base. So at Tranna Wintour, and there's links to everything else from there. But Instagram is like the hub.
Okay. And Traitors is on
Crave.
I think Crave. I don't know if they're showing it. I know it's on I think BBC in the UK.
No, it's so infuriating. The Canadian version is only available in Canada. They have not released the rights internationally yet, which is so frustrating.
Well, I hope that happens for
Me
you.
too. Yes.
Yeah, because that would be huge. Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I can't wait to hopefully see you in person soon.
Yes, very soon. We have to go to a concert again.
Yes, we have to
too
go to a
long.
concert again. We have to go vinyl shopping.
Yes.
And we need to uncover some new ridiculous things.
Absolutely.